Hello everyone, welcome to my channel ITLS Academy. So in today's lecture we'll discuss about the new topic hospital catering. So beginning with our lecture, first let's see the introduction. As we know, hospital catering services are an essential part of patient care. A good quality nutritious play a vital part in patients' rehabilitation and also in their recovery, and limit the unnecessary use of nutritional supplements. Hospital catering service should be cost effective, flexible enough to provide a good choice of nutritious meal that can accommodate the patient's specific dietary requirement and their preferences. So friends, as we know that diet is an essential part while recapturing from a major illness or surgery. All leading hospitals provide nutritious and healthy diet food based on their requirements of the patient in the hospital itself. So the hospital catering service plays a very crucial role in providing a suitable diet food for the patient who are hospitalized for long-term or short period of time. A lot of factors are kept in mind while providing these services to the hospitals and patient. Maximum attention is given in preparing the food that is tasty, safe and nutritional in hygienic manner. So some of the strong points of healthcare catering should be the use of certified ingredients, efficient handling, and also the distribution of meals per order, expert management of the food at appropriate temperature, modern food preparation method, and specialized human sources. So these all are the points that should be kept in mind while should be given the proper attention while preparing the food for the patient in hospitals. A greater effort and care are taken to buy fresh products like fruits, vegetables, leafy greens on a daily basis, as is the case with dairy products like milk, curds, butter, etc. The meals are freshly prepared by the professional chefs and their team. So once the food is prepared, the highly trained staff delivers the food to the concerned patient effectively and on the time, as meal time cannot be compromised or delayed. So this is also a good point that the meal should be given at the proper time only. Hospital food catering offers a wide array of nutritious and delicious meals from a different cultures according to the dietary needs and taste of the patient, which will help the patient to recover faster from their disorders or whatever the disease they are suffering. So food may be provided in the form of single meal or as an individual exclusively intake over a long period of time or even indefinitely. The nutritional needs of such individuals vary considerably, and yet the importance of providing optimum nutrition is imperative to promote the healing and recovery, to minimize the complications associated with the poor nutrition, and also to maintain and optimize the health and quality of life. So meeting all these aims, providing food people want to eat and achieving a balance between and under and over nutrition in an environment of financial constraint and where food is often regarded as being of little significance, is major challenge. Provision of food is one of the important factors amongst many of that influence the nutritional status of the hospital patient. So whenever the catering is done in hospital, the following points should keep in mind. This is the main the principle also, that the patient should given the right food according to their diet that has been planned by the doctors. Next is the menu and the meals are planned based on the dietary requirement of the patient. Some of the diet plans that hospital catering services caters are for hospitals are as follows, such as they prepare their food some patient requires high calorie and high protein diet. They are kept in. Diet is also prepared for renal patient, or that is renal diet. There is also preparation of cardiac diet, diabetic diet, liver friendly diets, fresh soup, menus for the pediatric department, meals for relatives of the patients, staff meal. So these kinds of diet, these kinds of food that has been prepared in the mesh of the hospital. So menus are developed by working with the chief dietitians to help the patient select the right food for their individual's need. So a variety of choice in the food is given to the patient by the food catering contractors, and the patient choice is given priority by regularly updating the menus and then offering various seasonal options. So hospital catering service should be able to recognize the nutrition value of the food for the patient treatment. High quality food is essential for the recovery of the patient. As the food is being prepared for the patient, it is essential to make the food to not only taste good but also to look more appetizing and interesting by working on the presentation of the food by using colors, combination, texture, etc. So if these delicious and garnished foods will be provided to the patient, then he may not get bored and will to have willings to eat the food properly and get well soon. So this generates the interest and enthusiasm by eliminating the stereotyped opinions about hospital food. Based on the seasonal variations in produce, like fruits and vegetables provide a weekly menus. When a menu is being planned, it is essential to keep the therapeutic requirements of the patient. Next, let's see the recognizing the patient's need. Means whenever you have to prepare the food, you have to plan the diet. First, you have to look up your patient, that what type of diet should be given to that patient. So when a person is admitted to the hospital, an assessment is carried out both on admission and on ongoing basis. So a care plan is developed, implemented and evaluated as following. Firstly, the eating and drinking likes and dislikes of the patient should be known. Food allergies and need for the therapeutic diet, cultural, ethnic, religious requirement, social, environmental, mealtime requirement, physical difficulties with eating and drinking, the need for the requirement to help with eating and drinking. So these are the points that you should recognize before you admit your patient to the hospital and before a particular diet should be recommended. So these are the following points. Following assessment is done to that patient. Next is your Better Hospital Food, BHF. Better Hospital project was launched in 2001 with 4 initial aims. First is to produce a range of tasty and nutritious recipes that every NHS hospital could use it. Second aim was to redesign the printed menus to make them easier to read and understand what are the food items they will get. Third aim is to introduce 24-hour catering services so that food is available day and night. Fourth principle is to ensure that the hot food is available both at midday and early evening meal times. So this was the Better Hospital Food that was launched 2001, and these were the principles, these were the main aims on basis of which this project was designed. And according to the Council of Europe in 2003, they had made 117 recommendations which include the topics such as the nutritional screening, nutritional support, as well as aspects of ordinary food, the distribution of responsibility for the nutritional care, communication, nutritional education, organization of the food services, eating environment, food hygiene, and economic cost. These were the recommendations that were made according to the Council of Europe in 2003, which also working on the hospital catering services. Next is your another project on this hospital catering is Red Tray project. So let's understand this Red Tray project. Here is its synonyms of explanation of the Red Tray project. Some UK hospitals have adopted a system where patients who are at nutritional risk are given their food on an easily identifiable tray, for example colored red, so that their intake can be monitored and appropriate eating nutritional support given at mealtime. Concurrent staff training has been undertaken and limited audit to date has shown a positive response. So this Red Tray project, if we expand it, RED stands for Remember the Vulnerable Patient in Need of Extra Help at Mealtime. E means Encourage and Assist Patient where necessary. Dietary intake may be improved by extra attention at mealtime. Let's talk about the tray. The abbreviation is T stands for Tell Patient and Relatives about the benefits of the Red Tray project. R stands for Remove Red Tray only after recording food consumption. A stands for Access and wake patient regularly. U means you can improve the patient's mealtime experience. So this is what the another project, Red Tray project, that was introduced for sophisticating the patient so that they can find it easily and can be comfortable by recognizing the color. Another thing that was included in Better Hospitals food is first is ward kitchen service. Means for the ward kitchen service, tea, toast, fruit juice available 24 hours so that an early breakfast can be provided before nil by mouth restrictions start. A snack box can be ordered so that the patient missing lunch due to the visit to X-ray or physiotherapy etc. can eat on his or her return. For example, the sandwiches, you can provide sandwiches, cheese and biscuit, fruits and drinks. Third is your protected meal times. Means that non-urgent clinical activity stops so that patient can eat without interruptions and that ward staff can provide food related assistance, for example feeding when it is required, and this include ward round, teaching and visiting times. Next is your types of hospital food production. So first is your cook serve food is prepared within the hospital site and served immediately to the patient and staff. Second is your cook chill food that is prepared either within the hospital site or at another venue and repeatedly chilled at 0 degree to 4 degrees Celsius and stored for up to 5 days before regeneration or reheating either in the hospital kitchen or at ward level. Third is your cook freeze food is prepared either within the hospital site or at another venue and repeatedly frozen to approximately -18 degrees Celsius and stored for up to 3 months before regeneration or reheating, usually in the hospital kitchens. Next is your types of hospital food services. So generally two types of service is I am discussed here. First is plated meal service. Means individual trays are served out for each patient in the main hospital kitchen and transported to the ward either in insulated trolleys if hot and cold food or in chilled trolleys if regeneration take place at ward level. Second type of service is your food service. bulk service. Large means for the large container of the food are sent from the kitchen to each ward dining area where the staff, for example nursing care or catering assistant or ward hostesses, or serve out the meal for each patient. Food sent in bulk containers may be already hot or still be chilled and regenerated at ward level. So this is what the food is. In conclusion, the hospital food catering provides service to both the inpatient and outpatient facilities and guides them regarding their diet. On a regular basis, important changes are being made in the concerned department to satisfy the needs of the patient and the different healthcare centers. The dietitians regularly supervise the stores and kitchen area to make sure that the food preparation is being done hygienically or not, and hospital provides healthcare service to the public. The food service facilities need to be on par for early recovery of the patient, and the service need to stay focused and committed to providing delicious and nutritious food for the highest quality and standard, not only to the hospital staff and the patient but also to the patient's visitors as well. Thank you for being with us. For more information regarding to this hospital catering, you can log on to our website www.itlsacademy.com and register yourself for the particular course. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, LinkedIn, and yes, do not forget to subscribe our channel ITLS Academy at YouTube. Thank you.